Welcome to the edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the American Farm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the farm today. We got a couple things going on. Some people have been suggesting different things for maps for the upcoming season. So far, I haven't found a large map that I really like. Not as much as this one yet. So I'm still on the hunt for something good. I checked out a few ones I looked at before. There's one I have in mind that I played on a little bit that is acceptable. And I found a small map for the time being. And so we're going to go ahead and work with that. So what I'll probably do, in maybe next week, I'll start the mini season, I guess we'll call it, with the short episodes on the small map. It's probably going to be more realistic. That's what I'm going to aim for, at least. With more realistic equipment, that's what I'm going to aim for. I don't know how much, but I'm going to try and aim for that, basically. So those episodes will probably be like short 10-minute episodes, basically me doing just about everything, but they'll be short, and probably bring them to you every day like these ones. So they'll just be a short little episode instead of a long episode, because some people have been asking for some longer episodes and some people have been asking for some shorter episodes. So I'm gonna do a little bit of both, and I'll have a big map for the longer episodes and a small map for the shorter episodes. So what that'll mean is I'll probably play a little bit more off camera on the big map and a little bit less on the small map. So that's the thing. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking about right now. Anyways, we got field 23 ready to harvest. I just set up the course already with Courseplay, so we have our John Deere S690i ready to roll. So let's go ahead and fire him up. He's just kind of sat here apparently, collecting dirt from the way it looks right now. Alright, oh, I thought I had a course for this. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, there it is. Nearest, boom. Or don't go to the nearest. That's always a problem with Courseplay. You set it up one way and it doesn't work the way you want it to, so... well. I'm not too worried about it. I'm in a good mood today, so... If I were in a bad mood, perhaps that would bother me, but it doesn't really, so... Alright. There we go. You should be fine now. Now, I fertilized... where am I? I fertilized this field, and I didn't fertilize this field. So Craft Farm specifically has asked me a couple times now to try without fertilization. So this field right here, I didn't fertilize at all just to see what we would get off of it. And I don't think I fertilized this field over here. So Craft Farms, this is just for you, buddy. I finally got around to not fertilizing the fields just to see what it was like. For those wondering why I'm not fertilizing the fields, it's to do one of the first episodes, one of the earlier episodes where I discovered that the yield you get from the crops is quite a bit, almost too much. It made this particular map a bit easy for me. Initially it bothered me, but now I've made my peace with it, and I'm okay with it for the most part. So that's the reason why, for those people who are wondering. Alright, so he is going to be full really quickly. And we also have something else coming up. What else is coming up? I believe it is, it's a great demand. Where is it here? Oats starts in about 40 minutes, and we have some oats. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up somebody to help out that John Deere, because it's not going to do very well by itself out there. I think I have my New Holland way over here. So I'm going to have to set him up, because I don't think I've set him up yet. No. Let's see if this works. I'm going to use the same course as I used for this field right here. Just the way I set it up, it should be okay. And it shouldn't run into the telephone poles. And if it does, I'll just set it up properly. But for now, I think that will be alright. There we go. 17 unload. No, we need 13 unload. Which is right there. And we're going to fire this guy up. Perfect. we go. Let's move him into position. Pick up the combine. There we go. And because he's going to be so far away, he should be able to pick it up. And if he doesn't, I'll just set it up like I said. So, all right. Now I've been moving around mods, so I need to make sure that this doesn't do. Okay, good. Whew. I'm moving around mods. Whatever. I was just testing out some other mods that I have. Oh, good. He does pick up that combine. Excellent. So that's the reason why I wasn't sure whether he'd have wheel wheels on it still. I was pretty sure I made it so he would. I moved all the files over without replacing any, but you never know. Sometimes these things, it doesn't work the way you want it to. All right. So we left the case equipment over there with the John Deere. Now, one of the things that was suggested, I don't recall who suggested it, mind you, but it was a suggestion by somebody. It wasn't this tractor, mind you. Where am I here? The suggestion was to get an overloader, I believe. And I can get an overloader. That's not the problem. The problem is whether or not I have a tractor that's powerful enough to use an overloader. Is what it kind of boils down to. So as you can see, I've put some of the mods back in here. I made an interesting discovery, actually. I have Farming Simulator 2013 on Steam. So what it does is it does like the online sync shenanigans. But what happened was my internet was out this morning for whatever reason, and I decided to start up Farm Simulator in Steam in offline mode, basically. And what happened was I was able to boot up Farm Simulator silly quick in comparison to what I would normally be able to boot it up at. Because normally it takes like 20 minutes for the game to boot up because all the mods I have. That's one of the reasons why I've been taking out some of the mods. Anyhow, so I booted up in offline mode, and it booted up in like record time for me. I was really surprised. So because of that, I'm probably going to leave these mods in and then try and recreate this situation where I started on in offline mode, just to see if it was a fluke or if it was just that one time. So we are going to see what's going to go down with that. Now, these are the overloaders I'm thinking about. Last season on the Serbian farm, we got the Kinsey 1050 soft track wheel grain cart. It doesn't say how powerful a tractor you need, but you do need a pretty heavy duty tractor for this. And the biggest tractor we have right now is only 240 horsepower. And do I have any other ones? I think there's one other one I might be able to use. Where is it? The Perard. Or Perard. I don't know. I don't think it's French, but it could be. Where did it go? I saw it in here 2 seconds ago. I must be blind. And as you can see, I put all the more realistic mods back in due to the upcoming season. So this needs a 200 plus horsepower tractor. So we could use this one. I've never used this overloader before. It's a bit expensive. $79,000 for an overloader. I had another overloader, but I think I took it out because I had too many already and I didn't need the extra one. Do I have something in miscellaneous, perhaps? Let's just take a quick peek. I don't think I do. So what I'm going to do is, for now, obviously, I have the New Holland. He's running back and forth for the time being. And I'm going to leave it for that, like that for now, and just see what happens. Because I'm not 100% sure what is going to happen, whether or not he'll be able to... and, of course, you're not going to be able to... I don't know why this always happens, but when you start the game, or when I start the game, and when Courseplay hasn't run with this particular combine, it always thinks the header is like right there. It's really strange. So like I need to manually set it. It's kind of one of those stranger oddities about this particular combine. I don't know why it does this, but I think it's a combination of the combine and the tractor together. They don't really play well together, I guess. So, and then once you set it up properly, it's fine. It's gonna do its thing now. So just as well I checked on them. Anyways, I'm not gonna run back this time again. All right, so let's prepare to get some oats. Someone suggested that I only do one trip on camera when I'm selling stuff. Obviously right now this is kind of what this particular map has come to a certain extent, because We are later in the map. We got 4 fields rocking now. So a lot of it is managing your farm right now as opposed to doing some other things. So that is one of the reasons why the last couple episodes have been more just selling stuff as opposed to doing other random stuff. So keep that in mind. That's the reason why it's more selling at this point. So like, for example, some of the other things we could theoretically do is we could do hay, but we don't really need hay. So what would be the point of getting more hay that we don't need? We have pigs we could sell. We've done that before too. So it's like one of those situations where it's like I could do other things, but in the end it comes down to money. And the pigs could give me money, but the oats give me a lot more money, especially when they're on great demand as well. So what are some of the bigger maps I've been looking at, or not the maps specifically, because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but some of the maps are things that include stuff with multi-fruits. Hopefully, I haven't seen too many multi-fruit big maps that are like, for example, there's a couple ones I've been checking out, and they've been okay, but nothing that really says, wow, this is a nice map. Not the same as this map. Like when I first got this map, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, this is a pretty sweet map. So I haven't got that same feeling from any other maps so far. So that's one of the reasons why I've been this season's gone on a little bit longer than I intended, but I don't mind. It is a pretty awesome map, so I've been rocking this pretty good. One of the things that came to mind was I could do this. I could continue the season for a little bit longer until I find an appropriate map, one that I like and one I can start with. So what will probably happen is I've pretty much already chosen my small map already for the short episodes, but I haven't chosen the big map, so I'll probably start the small map sooner, is what I'm trying to get at the inn. The inn is totally the other direction. So let's go into the shop and do a UE. And let's speed up time a little bit because we want that great demand at the right time. So the inn is totally the opposite direction. I'm not going in the right direction at all. Alright, let's slow down time a little bit. Slow down time a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit of time to get down there. Oops. So a couple new mods been coming out. I've checked out a couple of the newer mods from FS-UK, some of the nice ones. Not too bad. One of the mods I checked out was an F350, and it isn't too bad actually. I didn't mind it so much. It's a good alternative to the version 2 F350 out there. So it was a new version of that, same idea basically, but more of a heavy-duty version basically. I think it was actually Super Duty. So the one I liked was an F350 Super Duty with dualies in the back, but the wheels looked a bit strange for me. And the other thing was, it stuck to the ground fairly well, better than the original version of the V2 over there, but it jitters a little bit when you turn, so that's one thing I didn't like about it. I tried it out on a hilly map just to see how it would work, and it worked fine for the most part. So like this truck does the same thing a little bit when you go over hills, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, no cars coming, don't know why I checked. Check every time, jeez. Some of the maps people have been suggesting for bigger maps have been things like South Dakota, Central Kansas, I think it's been. A couple people have been suggesting that. I think those are from American Eagle Modding as well. I like the style of maps. I think I checked out South Dakota, which is a really large map with like 3 different farms. I looked at that one a while ago, and it's not bad. Not bad at all. I just didn't like some of the little things about it, so thus the reason for not choosing that one. So if you thought that was the map I was going to do, unfortunately it's not. Because I do play quite a bit of Farming Simulator and I do record an episode every single day, one of the reasons why I'm kind of picky when it comes to maps is I really have to enjoy the map, because I do drop quite a few hours into the map itself. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of picky when it comes to the map. Like this one I could probably play further after this, but It'd be a little bit harder to do a Let's Play with this particular map. Well, it wouldn't be hard. It would just be a lot of the same thing. It would be a little bit more difficult to keep it interesting. Like at this point, I could theoretically get, another harvester. That would be something I could do. But I don't know. And we may do that. If I don't find a map I like, I might just continue playing on this one for a bit longer, like I said, until I find something appropriate. Because sometimes it is difficult to find a map or a map you'll do like playing on. Like for example, let me give you a pretty good example here. Dirt Evers recently started, I think it's season 4 he's on, and he started on Birchwood map, I believe it is. And initially, when he started the map, he was like, yeah, this is a really nice map, blah blah blah, it's really good. But now, after playing on it a little bit, he realized he didn't like some of the little things about the map. One of those things being the green sky, some of the little things you get caught up on the map. Little things that add up, basically. And I totally understand. When you play a lot on the map and those little things get at you every single now and then, you don't want to play on those types of maps, basically. That's what it boils down to. So, because of that, I totally understand where he's coming from. Interestingly enough, actually, if you follow Dirt Evers on Twitter, he actually asked people a question not too long ago about whether or not he should stay on the map or whether or not he should go to a new map due to what's going on. So if you haven't weighed in, I suggest checking that out. It's kind of interesting. He's utilizing Twitter a bit more rather than the Google Plus comments. I guess he really doesn't like them. I don't mind them nearly as much, as some of you know. I'm used to Google Plus because I was using it before before YouTube got integrated with it, so I understand it a bit better, actually. Quick little point here. Another thing that was brought up in one of the previous episodes is these are blowers and basically just circulate the air. Craft Farms, again, pointed this out, that these basically don't dry the grain in there. They basically keep it from not molding, specifically corn. That's what he mentioned, if I remember correctly. So there you go. It's not necessarily a grain dryer, it just circulates the air, which makes sense. You'd have the same thing in a potato room, basically. Just maintain a temperature in a room in that case, but I'm not sure if those I'm pretty sure don't maintain temperature. They just circulate air. Anyhow. Alright. We got $174,000 from that last... How much did we get? I didn't even look. $95,000 from that last load. We got another load here, so that should give us another... should put us up over 200,000 easily. Up in the $280,000 range. Actually, we probably could get another combine this time around. Now that I think about it. That was unintentional, but we got money rolling in apparently, so I am not going to complain. Not at all. Sugar beet starts in an hour for a great demand. Not worried about that. We don't have any sugar beets at all, so. Oh, goodness. Our cows need some more TMR, apparently. And that would mean I'd have to go and fiddle with some more hay bales. But I think I did that last episode. I've done a lot of selling of stuff. I've been skipping, like, fast-forwarding time between episodes, so to speak. Like, doing the harvest and then getting to the point where I'm selling stuff. It seems like for the last couple episodes. And if you don't like that, I apologize. It's just been what's working out for us, because I didn't expect to get a oat great demand followed by a wheat great demand, and then previous to that we had a soybean great demand. So the crops we basically had. So I can't. I'm not gonna not record that, I guess is what it boils down to. So, anyways, I think for the next big map, I'm gonna. I could do some baling, but I'm definitely gonna use the mixing station just because it's a bit easier to manage the TMR basically. It's not difficult with the bales, it's just a little bit more finicky, and it's not something I enjoy doing. Well, it's not that I don't enjoy doing. It's one of those things that's just one of those things you do, and some people really enjoy like fiddling around with the front loaders. I don't mind it. I don't mind doing it. This time around I didn't mind it because I hadn't done it in a while, but if I had to do it every single time, I think I would get a little not frustrated, but I'd be like, okay, I'm good, I'm done. What I was going to show you, these are those trucks I was talking about, the F350s. They're an FS-UK. They're done by the same guys who did the F-150, if you're wondering. Anything, I did a spotlight on these now the other day. It's county. I forget who said that. It's county, not country. I don't know why I said country in the spotlight or in the mod mashup, but I said country every single time, and it's actually county. When he pointed that out, I was like, facepalm. Oh well. What's done is done. It's out there. It's on YouTube. Is there any other new mods I have? I don't think there's any new tractors I have. It seems like I have I guess these are kind of new. I checked these out. These are more realistic versions. It's part of a package. Yeah, I think that's it, actually. Yeah, that's it. I basically just put the mods I didn't have in here before. I just put them back, basically. Because I found out that I could actually load the game relatively quickly when it's in offline mode. I don't understand why, but I think it's just to do with the syncing, as I mentioned, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. We've got 100,000 liters left. Alright. Now, we could buy another field, but I think we're at a good capacity at the moment. We got 269. If we drop another 95,000, we could get a combine. I don't know if it's worth getting a combine or not, though. Choices. Now, what we're going to do quickly is we're going to go stop by and check on that combine and the New Holland, just to make sure that they are doing things all right. Just to make sure they're doing their job, basically. I don't know about you guys, but I've been enjoying the. Actually, what I'll do, I'll just unload him right here. Might as well. I'm into this area. I'm heading back there, so. I don't know about you guys, but I've been enjoying the season 4 Dirt Hebbers. It's been pretty funny. Pretty interesting to see what he's doing. Like he's basically doing what I'm going to do. Is the funny thing about he's working on a small map because he came from Duke's map and it's an enormous map. So I don't blame him for wanting to go to a small map because Duke's map is huge in comparison to a lot of other maps. It's more meant for multiplayer. I considered playing on that map. But I remember watching Dirt Hebbers do his Let's Play and some of the things he ran into when he was doing that, so I was a little hesitant to go and to try that map out again. But it is a possibility. It is definitely a challenging map from what I saw with Dirt Hebbers, so I'm not going to totally disregard that particular map. It's a possibility. But I might make some modifications in order to make it to my liking, I guess is what it boils down to. Alright, that New Holland is totally stuck. Not really that surprised by that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off over to the side here, and then I'm going to let that New Holland, I should say, put the New Holland where it's supposed to be and not up against the telephone pole here. Oh well. So, because we are going to be moving to a new big map, I put some of the non-North American tractors back in the game. I took them out when I was playing on this map. So now I put them back in the game so I can use them for the next season, basically. So honestly, I've looked at some of the current mods that are out there, and there's not that many good mods coming out these days. Like I mentioned this before in a previous episode, and there really aren't a whole lot of good mods, like really nice ones. Like the new Ford F350s that came out, they're not too bad actually. Like, out of all the mods that come out recently, they're probably like the nicest ones I've seen so far. And the Farmall, actually. The Farmall Spin was another really nice mod. I really enjoy that one so far. Not more realistic, mind you, but it is a really nice, nice mod. There we go. Jeez. Losing my mind here. Alright. So, we got one load. Let's take a quick peek. Harvesters, we could get... no, we're not going to have enough money for those. Maybe we would, actually. Is it worth it? $329,000 versus 300. Oh, well. This is a 12-meter header, and this other one is a 10.5. I suppose, I don't think there's anything special about this header. I think I could technically use the class Vario 1200, I think. Not 100%, but yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. I could get the overloader now, it's not a problem. That would mean I would have to stop using my truck, basically, though. If I were to use an overloader, I'd need the truck, and I can't sell and overload with the same truck unless I have 2 different trucks, which isn't going to happen, so. Unless I get, like, a much smaller truck, I suppose, or not even a smaller truck, just a different truck, I guess. I don't know. Well, it looks like our chickens need water. I'll take care of that. It's crazy. We have this enormous water tank for these small. Like, chickens only need like 50 liters of water, and we have like 19,000 liters in our water tanker. So it's kind of seems a bit silly to be like, hey, let's get all that set and ready to go. But it's like we only need 50 liters. So oh well. Still looking for a map. I keep bouncing all over the place back to the map situation. It's just the way I am, I guess. I've been trying to find a map with beef cows on it. I found one, and it's kind of a big map, kind of not. I like the map for the most part, but I don't know. It's nice, but it's what it boils down to. Pigs. What it boiled down to. I looked at it and I was like, it looks like a nice map, but it's like only, I think it's one of the few maps I've seen that actually has beef cows in it. Most other maps don't have beef cows for whatever reason. So I have a couple maps checked out before that I liked, but never got around to playing around with them too much, so I might have to check those out as well. Alright. Let's load this up here, like so. Alright, so we're at 320, 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh, maybe we could get that then. It's possible. It does fall into the category of North American equipment, but I don't know if we need a second combine. It would make things a bit quicker. But that would mean we need to run 2 tractors at the same time. Interesting. I might actually do that. Quick little point. Some people mentioned this last episode, and I appreciate that. The pressure washer cannot be reset, apparently. I reset it, and as soon as you do that, they don't like it so much, so that's the reason why it didn't work last time. Thank you for the information, ladies and gentlemen. I did not realize that at all. I don't use the pressure washer very often in game, so it's probably part of the reason why. So I do appreciate the information. You know what? I am gonna buy that combine. I'm definitely gonna do it. Because I don't know how long. I don't know if you guys realize how long it actually takes to harvest these fields with one combine off camera. I don't realize it. I just let the game run and I watch something on the second screen, but it actually takes quite a long time. So I definitely now that I've actually thought about it and we have that new mod, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, for sure. All right, let me just pull this over here and let me just check to make sure we do indeed have enough money, because the tractor, the actual combine itself, cost 320,000, and the head costs 50, so we need 380 grand basically, which we don't have. This is actually a nice big corn header. I don't think it rotates though. That's the one thing that's kind of annoying about corn headers. It doesn't work the way you want it to all the time. All right, we got 31,000. Let's go sell these oats and see where we end up. And what I think, depending where we end up, I may or may not buy this episode, or maybe next episode. I don't know. We're gonna see. Someone suggested that I think I mentioned this before, but someone suggested that I bring all these fields together, and then if I use them as one field, it would be okay. I forget who said that, but They were like, yeah, go ahead and bring those fields together. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty darn big field. Like, these are big fields already without bringing them together. So I'm not like Dirt Tybers. I'm not gonna go nuts, I guess, and do what he did on Duke's map and brought those two humongous fields and do potatoes on them of all things. Potatoes on this map would probably make a bit more sense because the price you get from them, but on Duke's map you don't get squat from them basically. All right, let's see where we're at. I think we should get 50%, so we should get at least 40 grand or so from this. Nope. So we should get at least around 40 grand, so that'll put us up to 400,000, which is more than enough money to get a new combine. And I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy it this episode, guys and girls, because having two combines is cool, and it also means things get done faster, and that sounds good to me. The faster we get the harvest done, the faster we can sell and progress and get enormous, I guess is what it boils down to. Alright, so let's slow her down here, take a nice little turn. Perfect, there you go. Alright, where are we at? 380, 90, 407. Let's do it. Alright, I'm gonna say case quad tracks. I like tracks. And we're gonna do I could do no. Corn's not worth it on this map, to be honest with you. Doesn't seem like it, at least. Alright, so I can the nice thing about this header is I can use all the same Courseplay courses. Because it's just 0.2 meters smaller. But I always set my courses to 10 meters just to make sure there's a bit of overlap. Boom, let's do it. Let's turn off the Peter build here. I'll return him home later, and let's go check out our new purchase. Woot woot. Alright, so this is actually a mod. This is the Case IH 9230 Axial Flow. This is basically part what you get with the Titanium edition, except it is a mod, not the Titanium pack, which is, take it as you will, I suppose. I picked it up just to check it out, and I kind of liked it. It has some nice, out of all the Case combines I've seen, it's actually one of the nicer ones, so let's check out the header here. Nice. What does it say there? Ooh, that's weird. Terraflex 3020, 35. I think that means 35 feet. I don't know Case numbers very well, so I think that means 35 feet, but I'm not sure. Not too bad. I think the actual one in the Titanium pack's 13 meters, and this one's only 10, so just the way it goes. Nice. All right, so I think we'll stop it there. Nice little. Let's just close this HUD over here. Yeah, look at that. All right, so we're gonna stop the episode there for now, ladies and gentlemen. And what we'll do is I'll come back and we will. I think there's another Great Demand coming up, isn't there? Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. It seems like every time I record an episode, there's a Great Demand. So this is wheat coming up, and I think we do have wheat. Yeah, we have 207,000. So what I'll do maybe is I'll Courseplay that maybe. I'll come back and record a little bit with that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right. So my name is Ian Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, and look at that brand new combine. Nice. Catch you guys later.